Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the King Ghidorah special color version. Yeah, this is a long overdue review, but it's never too late to review something that is awesome. Now, this is also a web shop exclusive, which is shown here. It does come with a shipper box, but luckily it was brought over here in the US through, I believe the Bluefin distribution brought over here as a regular release, and I got mine through Thoughts of Hobby. And initially, when they first announced this, I wasn't keen of getting it, mainly because I already have the first one, the first King Ghidorah. But the more I look into the promo pictures and among the upcoming recolors like Destroya, actually I'm getting Destroya this weekend, it got me thinking, maybe I should collect the recolors as well. Since they are a lot better. The gold on this one is a lot more vibrant than the first release, and we'll take a look at that one. As well as it comes with a flight stand, which should have been included on the first release, and among other extra things. So definitely, this is something that is worth getting, especially if you're a big fan of Godzilla in general, collecting all the monsters. So yeah. Also in this review, as always, it's gonna be a blind review, meaning I know little about the figure other than it is awesome. I've watched some of the Godzilla movies, but I'm just not in deep in that lore. And I may have assumed things on this review, so I do apologize in advance, but I do love collecting as such MonsterArts. And here we go. So it's a big box. I already mentioned about the shipper box. I'm not gonna go over that, and see if I can turn this around without hitting anything. It is a big box. It's really nice. But let's just take a look on the back side here, just for those who are curious. So on the back side, we got more poses of King Ghidorah. He does have that awesome flight stand and effect parts, which is different. From what I recall, the first one only gives you the yellow one. Now it comes with an orange and blue one, and I think that the different heads have their own special attributes or something like that, which is cool. It's kind of like a Hydra. Although the Hydra, you got one head off, you get more. I don't think it's winged, but yeah, it's multi-headed dragon-like serpent thing. Really cool design. Anyways, that's it for the box. Let's take a look inside. And here we go. Now this gold is just right. That's the gold that you wanted. And pretty much for King Ghidorah, you want him to be that vibrant gold. It's just so amazing. So outside of the box, it's kind of like a post like this with the tails going out to the side right there. Really cool. And the first thing that we want to check is how's the wings. That was the issue initially with the first one, people having problems and end up breaking the wings, which is very unfortunate. If I break mine right now, I'm I'm out of luck, since they're all, well, this one's kind of hard to come by now. But typically you don't want to hold it from here, you want to hold it right on the base. And mine has no problems, although I gotta be careful as I try to turn the wings right on the joint. Sometimes the mold here kind of opens up and you can see that gap right there. Same thing on this one. Although mine is, even I hold it here, it's good. It's holding up. So no issues there, although I kind of want that in. So that's that in terms of the wings, but you can definitely put it all the way on the back here. There we go. So really nice. Now for the head or the neck, they all have that same segmented areas. Definitely you can do a lot of cool poses with that. And we have the mouth here, opens up, you get the tongue. I believe the tongue is on a separate joint, so get the toothpick here. Gonna give him a bit of floss. There we go. You can kind of move that out a little bit. Same thing with the other ones. So definitely a really nice effect there, or not effect, but articulation. So other than that, let's see what else we got here. You got the legs here. It is articulated to a certain extent. You got the knee there, you got the ankles, but typically you want this to be as solid as possible because that's the base. You want him to be standing and not losing its balance, tipping over. Now also the torso here, which we kind of look over, it does move a little bit. I mean, you can kind of see it from the back side here. It is a giant ball joint from what I can see from the gaps. I'm not gonna move it as much, but there is articulation there. Yeah, I don't typically he moves his head or his neck, not so much for the body. Now on the tails, it's very segmented, very nice. I like it a lot. Same thing on the other side here. Although I have a well, my first one had problems. Some of them are loose joint, or basically it wears off over time. So it's one of those, you gotta be careful. Anyways, yeah. Just another closer look at the heads right here. Really great details. Now let's do a comparison with the old one. Alright, so we have the two side by side here. Again, this is the original release. That's the special color version. I'm not sure if it can be captured in the camera, but there is a slight difference in color. Now, also mind you that I had this display for years in my shelf. It's been collecting dust. It doesn't get direct sunlight, so I don't think it has some discoloration. I don't think that was the case, so it retained its color, but you know, with the dust and whatnot, I try my best to dust it off, even using cotton swab with or dip in water. Just make sure I was able to get off any kind of grime or whatnot that stick to it. But I think that is the color. It's more of a dull gold. It's still bright, but it's not as yellow as this one is. So I think they call it champagne gold. But that particular gold, which is not too bad. I mean, both of them looks, you know, nice and bright. And you got the double mayhem right there. Really cool. Actually, I just want to share something too. While I was doing the intro for this, I've accidentally knocked off this one off the side here. I chipped off one of the fingernail on the wings. So I'm not sure if it's gonna show well, but it's basically this very dip here. And I fixed it. If ever that happens to you, I don't know what to say, but well, I mean, they don't make this anymore. I don't think you can get replacement, and it's basically up to you to make that fix. As always, for any broken things, I highly recommend to do some pinning. Basically, pinning is putting a metal rod inside. You need to have some micro pin vise and maybe some super glue just to kind of help it. One of those drill bits. And I just use paper clip. I got one of the regular paper clips. It works well for a lot of things, or for a lot of fixes I've been doing, and it just makes it a lot sturdier than just super gluing it straight. So basically, as you can see right now, I mean, I can do this, it's not gonna budge. It's in there. So that's good. I get a little too excited. But anyways, I just want to share that. Be careful when you display this. Definitely make sure it's not gonna topple over. It's not in a high traffic area, because this taking a dive, yeah, it could have been worse. I was fortunate that the wing didn't broke off. It's just that the nail piece, which I was able to fix, but definitely be very careful. Anyways, that's this particular segment. Let's go over some accessories. Alright, so we have this stand here. It's a Tamashii stand, or Stage Act 4, the rectangular base. They give you 3 of those arms, which is nice. There's also an extension on those, which is here. I'm not going to use it though. just in case if you want it shooting up or when it's on the flight stand. Yeah, definitely it's nice to have those. Then you have this C-clips here, which should hold the effect parts, and we have 3 of them, which is really cool. Now it comes in different colors than the first one. You're just only getting this. So you get the yellow, the blue, and the red, kind of like orange. So there we go. This doesn't really attach to the mouth at all, or there's no like special way to do it. Basically, where it attaches to is over here. You kind of just have to kind of cradle it, and that is not that. There we go. I think that's the end part. Actually, make sure I got the right mount. I think the red one is in the middle. There we go. Blue one's here. So it does require a bit of patience to get it all lined up and make sure nothing's gonna topple over. So let's go with this. Just bear with me. Got it to the mount. Come on, stay there. Let's try this one here. Good enough. And lastly here. So again, the pointed one goes onto the mouth because the other end, it's, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out if you do it the other way around. And there goes the blue. I guess probably best to put everything here. Yeah, it's one of those, you touch one, the other one moves, and Alright, we almost got it. Just bear with me. No! Come on. It shouldn't be this hard. There we go. Alright. I got it. So definitely it's a cool gimmick. And lastly, you got this little airplane here. That looks like a drone, but it's got like a hovercraft thing. You can use the same stand. They don't really give you an extra base for this, but it does peg in. So you can have this flying around. Maybe this like a surveillance airplane or some sort. Other than that, let's take this out and look at the flight base. Alright, so this is the flight base, which has some interesting stuff on it. Godzilla King Ghidorah, character designer trademark of Toho. Yep. And this one has the cradle, basically. It feels like we can make one out of a plastic soda bottle. But it is that hard plastic. It has a little bit of flex to it. There is an adapter that goes here. I'm not too fond of that. It's very thin and it just slides over. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't do or doesn't break. You have some ratchet here. It's pretty much how this thing can be manipulated. And I wonder if you can turn to side here. Huh. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a peg. Yep, it's just a peg. Good thing I didn't turn that. It's telling me not to turn it. Wait, can you even go to the side? Oh yeah, you can. So there is a small peg there, which makes or allow you to put it onto the side and locks it in place. Interesting. Alright, so let me just put it in the default position right there. And actually, let's pop this up right there. There we go. Obviously, you want to have the 3 on top for the neck. And let's just position this. So on the end, there goes the tail. Let's see, this is my first time doing this. And there we go. Oh, that's really cool. I've actually attempted to do this with my first one. I have some of the Thomas stage. I think I used 2 or 3 just to kind of prop him up. I was able to do it, but definitely not something I want to keep doing. But definitely, this does look nice. Having him on this flight pose. So definitely, that's gonna be a really cool display right there. And especially if you have the effect parts, I'm just gonna hold them up like this, I guess. There we go. Yeah, really nice. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. I highly recommend getting the recolor versions. We'll see how Destroyer works out, but definitely the recolor version is a bit more vibrant, especially for Destroyer, or the King. Sorry, not Destroyer. For King Ghidorah, that we're getting more effect parts. The flight base, which is really nice, and definitely that is something that we want to get. Anyways, that's about it for this review. If you got questions, let me know. I got mine from Thought to Hobby. You can request for future SH MonsterArts through them, and that's how I've been getting mine. And there you go. So until then, this is Meats. Thanks for watching.